What's up, guys? Welcome to the video. In this one, I'm going to break down referrals, why they get a bad rap, why people rely on them, why you can't rely on them. That doesn't mean that you can't use them to supercharge your company. Referrals are gasoline on the fire when it comes to marketing and lead generation. They will make you so much money, but you have to know when to use them, and you have to understand them a bit deeper, and you have to understand that they are not a reliable marketing strategy, but that doesn't mean they're not a fucking good one. Okay? See you in the video. Guys, what's going on? Welcome to a new video. And today, I'm literally going to break down the beliefs around referrals, why they get shit on so much, as in to rely on them. Like, everyone just has this pain point in them, like, oh, I rely on referrals and it's not getting me anywhere, blah, 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 blah. You cannot rely on them, but that doesn't mean you can't use them. They are, without a doubt, one of the most amazing marketing strategies you can use for lead generation. You just can't rely on it, at least not all the time. So let's jump into the video and I'll explain to you exactly how it works. Let's dive into why these beliefs exist to begin with. So why don't referrals always work, and why can't we rely on them? Simply because there's three scenarios where we can't. We're either in a bad economy / market, so referrals are a lot less likely to happen. They can still happen, but not in a reliable way where you can grow a company around it. Number two, your product is shit. People aren't going to refer you if your product is shit. Number three, you're shit. People don't want to work with you. The economy can be booming. The product can be amazing. But if you are hard to work with and not a nice person, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is imperative. Be a nice person to work with. Be reliable. Be conscientious, and just be kind, and you will go a lot further than any of your competitors who aren't nice. So let me explain. If one of these or more than one of these exist, it's very unlikely your client is going to refer you to someone else. They're not going to refer you to someone else who product shit, because that's their reputation on the line. They're not going to refer to you of your shit because that's their reputation on the line. And they're not going to refer to you with the economy and the market shit, because if they haven't got money to pay you to do jobs, what makes you think these guys are? And even if they did, this client isn't going to think they do. That's the most important metric. So this is why you can't rely on referrals, because these scenarios exist. Even if your product's amazing and you're a really nice person, if this is happening, there's not a lot you can do. You can still get referrals, but you can't make a reliable case on it. So let's talk about when they work. So if the economy market is doing good, referrals can happen naturally, very, very easily. Your product is at least okay. Obviously, bonus points if it's amazing. And you're nice to work with. If these three things happen, you can grow a company off referrals alone. Definitely. And a lot of people do. I did for the first few years of my agency. I had no idea how marketing worked. I had no idea how cold outreach worked, ads, content, anything. I didn't understand what a niche was. I didn't understand what messaging was, any of it. I just relied on referrals, and I work with every single industry within the video market, like a lot of you who are probably watching. And when the economy was doing good and the product was at least okay and we were really nice to work with, we did great. We got referred all the time. It was unreliable. Like, some months were way busier than others because we had like a feast or famine cycle. And then other months were just absolutely batshit crazy and we thought we'd made it. And then the next month would roll around. We had no work on, right? That's here. When these things exist, you can be here and you can hit multi-six figures like this. And then something like this happens, and you think, fuck, what do we do? And everyone just starts blaming the economy and the market that their company's gone to shit. When in reality, it's not the economy or the market's fault. It's because referrals is your only strategy that you're relying on. And you can't do that. If you can only rely on this for half the time when the market's good, and you can't rely on it the other half the time, that means you can't rely on it. You can't rely on someone who's only reliable half the time, right? If they're only reliable 50% of the time, that means they're not reliable. If this strategy only works when this is right, that means it's not reliable. Because you can't predict this, most likely. If you're a videographer and you're not an economist, right? And if you are, then you can kind of disregard this video because you know what I'm talking about. But if you are, then there you go. So we can't rely on referrals, but that doesn't mean we can't use them. That doesn't mean that we can't use them to supercharge our company, our business, our marketing efforts, right? As soon as we change our mindset from reliance to use case to how can I use this? Because there's obviously value in referrals because you've used them, you've gotten them. So how can we do that? Well, this is when we work. This is when we know that, right? So if we go down here, I've made this nice little diagram. So you have your leads. You have people come in. Hi, Ben. You do video in this niche. I'm interested. Cool. Let's have a sales call. We have a sales call. That lead turns into a customer. Great. We deliver for that customer. We give them what they want. They're happy. Amazing. At the perfect point in the timeline, the pipeline of that conversation, when we've delivered the work, the results are coming in, they're really happy with it, we ask for a testimonial. And we use that testimonial for marketing. Amazing. Next, after we get the testimonial, we say, hey, and this is important how we word this, who do you know that would also benefit from my services? We don't say, do you know anyone? Because then they can be lazy and they can just say no. But we say, who do you know? That way, they're forced to think of someone. They're forced to give you an answer because it's not a yes or no question. And that's really powerful. And then if you want to, cream the crop or you make it more enticing for them, there's two things you do. The first one is you can give them a template they can actually send to someone to make the referral a no fucking brainer for you. So you can give them like an email that they can literally copy and paste, change the name, change the industry, whatever, and they can just send it to someone. That way they can refer someone to you in under 5 seconds. They haven't got to think, oh, okay, what do I say to this person? What do I say about Ben's service? What do I talk about the results they got? You literally just send them all the results, what you would like to work with. Obviously, don't go too much into your own ego on this. Just make it good enough that they would feel comfortable saying it. And let them know you can also change it if they want to, but just make it really fucking easy for them. That most of the time, that's what you have to do, is just make it so easy for them. Because if they're so happy with the work that they've given you a testimonial, guess what? They're going to be happy enough to do this, but make it easy. If you make it easy, they're going to do it, man. And the second thing we do, and the most important thing we do, is we incentivize it. So we've made it easy, and now we're making it worthwhile. And all we're doing here, the point of this is to systemize referrals. We're not relying on referrals, we're systemizing them so that they can always work in our favor alongside our client acquisition model, alongside our marketing efforts, alongside our lead generation machine. Whatever it is, this works not against it, in accordance with it, in agreement with it. And this can really, this can double your revenue by using this, because it just happens naturally. If you make this whole part of your sales pipeline, your customer experience pipeline, it just becomes part of what you do. Just like you deliver video or photography, you just ask for a testimonial and you incentivize referrals. So how do we incentivize referrals? Well, there's a couple of ways. A, cash. You can just offer them money. Like if you refer someone and they come on board, hey, I'm going to give you 10% of the cut as a thank you. Big thank you. I really appreciate it. You could say, this project's done. If you refer me someone who comes on board and they really like what I do and they end up paying, I can either give you a discount on future work. Maybe I could give you some money off of this project if it happens fast enough, if they haven't paid in full already. I could write you a review for your business, whatever it is. Just find out. And this is why niching is important, because what's going to be the most incentivization. Is that a word? The most incentivized thing for them. What are they going to find most valuable? Are they going to find free work most valuable? Are they going to find money most valuable? That's what you should think about. And this is systemized, and it's amazing for two reasons. One, it creates more work for the same client. And this is why offering a discount on work is amazing because of it. Because A, you're going to land a client, and B, you're going to book in more work with the same client. Yes, at a discounted rate. But if they weren't going to book you yet anyway, and they thought, actually, because we're getting a discount, let's get you in for next week. More work for the same client. And then also you get new work for a new client. So you've turned one piece of work into 3 pieces of work, and you've landed a new client, and you're going to gain a testimonial. That's insane value. That's insane value. So this is what I'm trying to say. A lot of the time in business, guys, it's not rocket science. It just requires a bit of thought, and it just requires good systems. And by building good systems, we are going to get good results. Simply put. Leads come in, they turn into customers at the right time in the client journey. We ask for a testimonial, and then we ask them for a referral. We make it easy for them by giving them templates and ways, things they can say, and we also incentivize them. This is a superpower that has generated hundreds of thousands of pounds for my business when I ran my agency. It's incentivized referrals. It's killer. Absolutely killer. And like I said, new work for the same client, new work for the new client. And if the new client comes on board, they're a lead, they're a customer, you get a testimonial, you can incentivize their referral, and so on and so forth, providing these things are met. Providing your product is good, you are nice to work with, and the economy market is good. This is why we don't refer on it, we just systemize it. So then we don't have to worry about the market. We don't have to worry about those things. Obviously, we've got to worry about being a nice person. We've got to worry about making sure the product is good. But whether the market is up or down, whether the industry is on its feet or its ass or whatever it is, this systemization, this thing is just always ticking. It's always going. And that's cool, because then some months it's going to bring in loads of money. Some months it might not bring in anything, just like it's doing for you right now. But this all happens in addition to lead generation. So this can add like 20 to 30% on top of your revenue if you're really good at marketing. If you're not really good at marketing, you can have a lot more than that. Guys, I hope you found that valuable. That's my systemized referral, my referral system. Super simple, like most things should be. There's a saying called KISS: keep it simple, stupid, or keep it stupid, simple. I'm not sure which one it is anymore because I've heard so many different leaders say it's one or the other, but I digress. Hope you found that valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.